Now, what is very important is both KPMG as auditors as well as the banks need to communicate to the public that these numbers are not churned without a rational thinking. So, we play a very vital role in building public trust. How KPMG supports the banks is coming with the multidisciplinary teams. We help them to look at different methods of bringing some rational thinking behind this judgment. Of course, we use our global network where some of the firms have gone through similar experience, and that knowledge is shared, and we proactively work with the banks to build these management overlays. Now, what is very important is both KPMG as auditors as well as the banks need to communicate to the public that these numbers are not churned without a rational thinking. So, we play a very vital role in building public trust. You can see the June 2022 numbers, the financial statements published by all the banks. You wouldn't see a sudden shock because some of those management overlays are now slowly getting converted into provisions. When we look at the financial investments, of course, that's a very big challenge for banks when it comes to the ISBs, because we are working with absolutely unexpected or unforeseen situation, and we don't know how the IMF discussions will finally crystallize in relation to the haircut. So, over a period since last year, the banks have been building the buffer, and currently the percentage is around 20% buffer has been built against the ISBs. However, whether that is adequate by year end is something for us to see how these discussions are progressing. We are also working very closely in bringing in a lot of transparency through these financial statements with quality disclosures, because in the current context, these assumptions and judgments and the various stress testing methods used by the banks is always a question mark for the public, and that should not affect the public trust. So, we are working closely with the banks in improving that quality disclosures as well.
We work like doctors, maybe even dentists, going to the root of the problem, identifying what needs to be fixed so that you as a client and the clients we serve are stronger and are able to face the challenges that we have to face today. And there are multiple. You have cash flow constraints, you have difficulties in meeting your supply on time, difficulties in satisfying your customer. So we need to look at how we can optimize, and optimize doesn't mean merely cutting down staff, retrenching staff. That's the first thing that we think of when we say optimization or cost optimization. But that's not what we do. We look at how we can make our companies more efficient, more robust, bring in better processes, bring in better systems. Systems could be through how we work, how we do things, or even through technology to make it more transparent, robust. And of course, everybody knows that our finances are audited, but when it comes to our processes, it's basically you're dependent on a lot of key people who have been doing it day in and day out, and you become person dependent. But what KPMG does is we go in, we study the process, bring in transparency, more information to the management so that they can make better and more informed decisions which become timely in order to survive in a time of crisis.
Family businesses are the backbone of the economy. So if you don't sustain the family-owned businesses, the economy will not, to begin with, the economy will not be successful. The other aspect is family-owned businesses, though most people feel when you call family-owned business, that's SME. It is not SME. Family-owned businesses are some of the largest corporates in this country are family-owned. So we believe assisting these or facilitating these companies to survive will equally benefit the economy as well as KPMG. And we also believe it's our responsibility because we are one of the oldest, I guess we are the oldest professional firm in this country. We are 125 years old this year. And we believe it's one of our key responsibilities to ensure that family-owned businesses are sustained. It's a teamwork. We can advise and we can help clients to practice. There needs to be commitment from the client's end as well. So 100% of the time, when there is commitment from our clients, when they want to implement the suggestions or recommendations that we have provided, 100% of the clients are facing this crisis much better than others. So they'll have to just focus in two things: sustain family support for the business and professionalize decision making to begin with. If you focus in these two things, any family business can survive the crisis. But the difficulty is, how do you do this? That's where KPMG comes in. We facilitate families in business to implement this and practice this. So we are facilitators. We look at the clients because there is no single solution to all families. All families in business are unique. Families are unique, the business is unique. So the solution also has to be unique. So we work along with the clients, identify where the changes should come in, and then we advise specifically. We come out with a specific solution. You address these two core areas and find a solution to ensure that there's family support is sustained and business is professionally managed.